Welcome to today's recap. Yeah, we're going to be very brief. We will be talking about the traps in the market. Don't fall on the trap in the market. Don't be too hasty to take up trade when you don't have confirmation. You have to wait for a profitable sector before you trade. The traps in the market. Okay, so when we look at base to USD pairs, we see that they are almost at resistance levels. They are almost every one of them. GBP USD, Euro USD, AUD USD, NZD USD, they are all just at what? At resistance level. Okay, so but we don't want to quickly jump into falling into the traps in the market. Why do I say they are traps in the market? Now when you come to this point where the price is currently at, you could see that there is a resistance here. Okay, yeah, there is a resistance, and at every resistance, mostly the retail traders, they want to start selling, right? People are already selling. That is why you can see that we're having that's why you can see we're having rejections here. At this point, we could see there's a rejection because people short immediately. Some persons short the market immediately. It got to that resistance level. Some persons already short the market here. Yeah, so these are resistance level. So don't fall to that trap. This thing is actually the same across the base coat of the pairs that is with USD presently. So at every resistance, do I need to sell? The answer to your question is no. Now at daily time frame, we're at a resistance. When we come down to 4 hours, you're going to see that yeah, there's actually what a resistance here. But do I need to start selling immediately? No, because the market may just seem to play at little to this level. Okay, maybe just about 20 pips there back, and before you know, it moves back. It stays stuck, so it will stock the sellers here, and before you know, it moves up there and sweep off the words, making another higher high above this level and sweep off the early sellers. This is the market behavior, most likely in all resistant level, eventually before it starts coming down. So what do we want to do? What should we be waiting for? What should we be looking out for here now? Because some persons, we must have entered the trade and just take their stop loss above the market, above the previous week. But ask professional traders. Some persons would have just entered maybe here this morning, possibly today, take a stop loss, giving a stop loss of about 30 picks, then a profit of about a profit of about 60 to 80 pips. Okay, but the best approach to enter here this market is this method I'm sharing with you now. If this had happened, those stop loss should have been swept away from the market, right? Okay, so this is what we want this market to do. When this market do this, you see from here already, from this level now, you can see that a structure has been broken. This structure has been broken. When this market comes down here and this guy here come down, you could see that okay, this structure has been broken. So we want a retest of this structure now. We want another move of this structure, something like this. All right, that may not even come back to this level. It may not come to this level. Sometimes it might just stop here at the weeks of this level. This is what we're now looking for. If this happens, trust me, it is valid. If this market give you this kind of movements, we now want to short the market from here. So our entry should be back to this level and eventually coming back to here. When you trade like this, you trade safe. You trade safe. I bet it with you. Why? Because we have seen our swings giving us what? A higher low here. We can see that it's already giving us what? A higher here. And this point where it got to cannot meet all back to this point. So it becomes a higher low. Alright. This point now where it got to, this one broke the structure. This particular one that broke the structure here, the particular movement that break this structure become the low of this lower here. When you trade this way, trust me, you'll be making profit in the market. So also validate that we'll be having our second touch about this level. We're having what? Our second touch. So don't be trapped by this resistance. Do not be trapped by this resistance. Watch out for the movements in the market before you hit that you're entering. Okay, now we'll do the same thing in Euro USD. Coming to Euro USD, this is already 1 week. Euro USD on our 1 week time frame. I zoomed in because I want you to see that already there is a kind of chalky resistance around this level. But why are we not going to be selling this market here? For the past weeks, Euro has been what? Giving us big bullish momentum. This trade from this peak here on Euro USD, from this level here, from this level, Euro has been what? Giving us a move from here. Euro has been giving us that bullish move. Now it has gotten to a resistance on a bigger time frame, which is 1 week. Okay, we now come to our daily time frame, because if you don't go to that point, you won't see. It will be difficult for you to watch, to see, to realize it. Euro will come back to this level. Euro will eventually come back to this level because why? There is a zone here. There is a zone. Expect Euro to come back to this level where my horizontal line is. But we won't be in a hurry to take off this trade. We want to see the signs play out very clearly. We want to see the signs play out very clearly. What are we expecting? in this market. Very simple. Same approach, same method. Nothing changes. Just wait for the market to give you what? A higher low, and that retest of the low that's supposed to give you lower, then you can think to shoot the market. So if you see on our daily time frame, there is a resistance. There is a resistance here, and some persons are already struggling to sell the market. I can tell you for free, this market would not give more than 25 pips. It will retrace back to the higher side because it is still moving. It is still moving. We want to see this market give us a bearish candle. Bearish candle like what we can see here. We want to see it give us a bearish candle. We want to see it give us a significant touches. This is a bearish candle. Okay, now we want to see it give us a similar bearish candle about here, retest and give us what? A significant trend line touch. Possibly give us the one that we break this structure here. The move that will break this particular structure, the move that will break this particular structure here should be able to give us, at the retest of it, it should be giving us what? Coming to this level now, when it is retested, let me do something. We want it to retest. We want this structure now to be broken. So we are also expecting this kind of move. Wherever this market is valid to go short, this is what we're looking at for. Break here. Break that structure. Take out the structure. Break it. Then retest somewhere about the box. Once this also plays out, then we should be looking at a valid entry from here to the downside. We should be looking at a valid entry from there to the what? To the downside. If this does not really happen, then we are not selling this trade. We aren't going short. We aren't going what? Short. This must happen for we to what? Consider it a valid short. So don't be trapped again on Euro USD. Do not be trapped on Euro USD. It may not sell immediately. It can just come back to this boss and swing high, taking off the early sellers. This is how the market rolls. Same thing goes to AUD USD. Same thing goes to AUD USD. So I'll be doing this. I've done for Euro, I've done for GBP USD, I've done for, okay, so I'll be doing this again for AUD USD. So this is also what we're thinking, we're looking at. All right, now if you see very clearly, this structure on AUD USD has been broken. This level here has been broken, and then it's like there is a resistance, and then there is something like a resistance here. Don't be trapped. Don't be trapped, because what has happened here is that A structure around this level has been broken on 4 hours time frame. We're expecting this guy to still keep shooting up. This is only but what a retest that will shoot up to this level. We're expecting AUD to move up to this level. Yeah, AUD to move up to this level, and if that does not happen, because if this happens, that is when we'll now have another significant touch about here. So expect AUD to push up. All right, but if you must go short because it looks juicy and you want to start going short now, no, it is not a valid short. If it must go short, allow it to play out. It should give us this kind of, the swings are significant. Allow it to play out. Then this structure should be broken. This structure should be broken and possibly retest below. Okay, where this same box is. Then at the retest of it, we can then look at for sell positions. At the retest, we now look at for what? Sell positions. This analysis I know are valid because they don't violate the standard of the market. They are not violating any moves in the market. They are following duly with sound judgment as the market seems to play out. Because if you look at these are very valid place where liquidity takes place. Now, psychology of the market is that at this point where this my boss is, buyers, people always buy, traders will always want to buy the market. So why wanting to be trapped by the little sale candle you're selling, by the little injections? They are just for trap. So don't be trapped. Before you sell the market, allow it to take out this whole structure that is in this box. Then retest below it. You will now have more valid sales. At least if it retests below it, I can assure you that you're making about you'll be making about an 80 pips, which is also very huge. So comment, I want to see your comment. Hit that subscribe button for us. Hit it, let us know that our input in the industry through our recaps are actually helping. At least they are making sense. Give us your comments. Your comment matters so much to us. All right, so thank you for watching, and we'll be doing this from time to time. When we see your comments, we'll be encouraged to do more of this, and we want to see how everybody makes and milk little token from the market out of the huge amount that the market gives on a daily basis. Let us see how we can get little quota of it, and we can only do this by learning the skills, knowing what is expected of in the market, and not just to trade blindly. That is why I come here on air to always drop this experience, to share my little knowledge in the industry and this sector of business. All right, so thank you for watching till we meet again.